Thank you. I wanted to get ready to warn you all about the alert that COVID-19 is not the only pandemic. This rant is dedicated to the revolution that's taking place. I was gonna make a joke about Foxy Brown, and my brother told me that the younger woman wouldn't know who Foxy Brown was. But that's the picture you're supposed to be getting by this $10 beauty supply store where you purchase. So I want to talk about the pandemic going on with motherhood and the lack of motherhood, because today we are celebrating good mothers, and I want to talk about bad moms. And that's not to take a dig, because I think most mothers are doing the best they can. But I want to talk about the mothers who are never with their kids. Now, I know you all know some mothers who they're never with their kids. You didn't even know they had kids. They don't mention their kids. When they say they have kids, you're surprised. And usually when they say they have kids, it's usually because they're complaining about them at the moment. These mothers can usually be found at clubs, anywhere where there's a whole lot of available men, but children aren't allowed. You have to be 21 or older to get into these venues. And usually they're never with their kids. But if you're looking actually to purchase food stamps or EBT, you can usually go to these mothers. They're always available for those kinds of purchases and transactions.
You're a hot mess.
These mothers usually have more than one child, which is why you're like, you never talk about either one of your kids, not Andrew, not Keisha, none of the kids. They usually have more than one. We're looking at 6+, guys. We're looking at a pretty high number of kids. I also wanted to warn you guys about the lace fronts. I really think some of these mothers, and this isn't just mothers, this is just people in general. When you get a lace front, I need you to call 3 friends and send a picture of what you look like and ask, you know, where, if they can see the lace or what's going on. Because a lot of people, and you'd be surprised, they walk out in the street, they look like me right now. And they think they look good. That's what they do. And you just have to let them know, like, the lace is right here. We can all see it. And they think we can't see the lace. So, but yeah, shout out to all those moms who, they're not really moms, they're not really mothers. But they're trying and they're figuring it out. So, good for them. The next is usually, you know, we all know people. Maybe some of us were in that situation where you got a grandmama and the grandmama take the kids because her daughter is trifling and she can't take care of the kids for whatever reason. So grandmama got to take it. That's a blessing that you have somebody there who can take care of the kids. But I'm here to warn you, now we got ghetto grandmas. We don't have the normal grandmas who go to church on Sunday. They don't believe in church no more. We got ghetto grandmas. They go out, they wear their granddaughter's pants. They usually say juicy on the pants. That's how you know. Yeah, that's how you can tell. It says juicy. And these grandmothers are also at the club. And I was just thinking that there needs to be a rule. If you are a grandmother, I don't care what age you're a grandma, 33, because again, you'd be surprised these days. But I don't care if you're 30. When you become a grandmother, you cannot go to the club anymore. You can't go to the club anymore. Your drunk days are over. Your high days are over because you're a grandmother now. These grandmothers, also, warning for these grandmothers at the beauty supply store, the leggings are see-through. When you are an older woman, when you have grandchildren, don't wear a hot heat underwear and go to the beauty supply store and take $1 just a rule, if the leggings are under $5, do not purchase them. Don't wear them because they're not, I don't think they are what you think they are. Oh, yes, and the ghetto grandmothers, please stop cussing out people over your grandchildren. Your grandchildren are just as bad as you. So when people tell you about your grandkids, you need to just take the constructive criticism and try to handle it. Yes, so I just, stop twerking with your grandkids. I go to school with these people, grandkids, so I know these grandmamas, they coming up with some stuff. So now that we've covered the ghetto grandmas and the mothers and the alcoholic aunties, please, my God, these women typically have a lot of man issues, and they usually have a man and you don't know if it's her boyfriend, but he's around a lot. So you just make assumptions, you don't know if they're together. It's just sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. To the point where he maybe lends you a couple of dollars and, who are you? I don't know, usually he's getting his life back together. You get a couple of years behind bars, but he's saved now, guys. He's saved. He's coming to church. He's getting it together. So ignore the neck tattoo sleeve because we can't judge, yes, this auntie is usually always in designer. Even though she claims she never got no money, she's always in designer. And you're thinking, what? Why are you wearing all Versace and Louis Vuitton and you don't have any money? But we don't know. We also don't know what she does for a living. So, let's stay out of her finances. But, these women are usually at the barbecue sticking their tongue out, this day song. Every song is day song except for that Hezekiah Walker. They don't like that. Every other song is day song. They know all the latest rappers. They know all of that. Yeah, they at the club with grandma. Despite the alcoholic aunts and the ghetto grandmothers and the mothers, alcoholic everything, the mothers, the cousins, the aunties, stay away from the drink, y'all.
We got the puppers.
Happy Mother's Day to even the women who are just figuring it out. Because I understand that it is difficult. So for even the young mothers that I'm poking fun at, the grandmothers who are in their 30s, and the aunties who are struggling with issues from their past, so they're juggling through men with neck tattoo sleeves. Happy Mother's Day to them, and the cousins who are struggling, the aunties who are struggling, the people who are doing their best, taking in their trifling daughters, kids, all those people. No, really, because you need women to raise you up, really. So even for the neighbors, your friends, people who are poured into your lives who are women, and the women who just can't seem to get it together, because as my mother stated, life is hard. So if you don't have Jesus, it can be rough. God bless them. Happy Mother's Day to them. COVID-19 is not the only pandemic, but we're going to get through this pandemic, guys. We're going to get through this pandemic. We're going to get through these people. Yes, guys, don't argue with these people either. Because even though Biden is coming for the guns, he hasn't got them yet. So don't argue with these ghetto people. They are very quick to argue. Don't look at them wrong. Don't look at them at all, actually. Get you a pair of these glasses. Don't look at them, because they will argue with you for absolutely no reason. So be blessed, and happy Mother's Day to them. Happy Mother's Day.